You may find this hard to believe, but there are a few simple drinks things you probably already have in your kitchen that can actually help repair and protect your eyes while you sleep. Sounds too good to be true, right? But let me ask you something really genuine. Have you ever woken up in the morning and thought, why do my eyes feel worse than they did last night? Not just tired or puffy, but dry, gritty burning, or even so blurry that you can't read the morning paper. Does it feel like your eyes have aged while you were sleeping? If that sounds familiar, let me reassure you. You are definitely not alone. Many of my patients over the age of 60 tell me the exact same thing. I often hear things like, I sleep through the night, but in the morning my eyes are so dry I can barely open them. Or, I used to love reading the headlines with my coffee, but now I need eye drops first. Another frequent concern is, I've stopped driving at night. I just don't trust my vision anymore. So what's really happening here? The truth is, your eyes are no longer healing overnight the way they used to. After the age of 60, the body's natural repair cycle, especially in delicate areas like the retina and optic nerve, begins to slow down. Circulation weakens. Moisture drains faster. Instead of helping your eyes recover, sleep is actually allowing them to slowly break down. That's why you wake up feeling worse than when you went to bed. Now here's the part that most people overlook. What you drink before bed could be silently making things worse, or it could finally be giving your eyes the help they need to recover. And no, I'm not talking about expensive supplements, surgeries, or prescriptions. I'm talking about simple natural drinks that are safe to sip at night, but powerful enough to support vision repair while you sleep. If this is your first time here and you're over 60 and care about protecting your eyes, welcome. Feel free to subscribe. We're in this together. In this video, I'll show you exactly what to drink before bed to wake up with clearer, more comfortable eyes. Let's get started. The problem: overnight inflammation. Let's talk about something that might be affecting your eyes more than you realize. Inflammation. Have you noticed that despite getting a full night's sleep, your eyes still feel dry, gritty, or even sore when you wake up? Maybe they feel worse than when you went to bed. It's a subtle but persistent issue, one that builds up gradually over time. It's caused by things you likely experience every day: the harsh effects of sunlight, the constant strain from staring at screens, fluctuations in your blood sugar. And this inflammation isn't just a temporary discomfort, it can cause real damage. Are you waking up with eyes that feel dry and tight? Do they feel like they've been scraped, almost as though sandpaper is rubbing against your eyelids? Inflammation leads to dryness because it disrupts the natural moisture in your eyes. It also causes the tiny blood vessels in your eyes to become stiff and constricted, limiting their ability to transport oxygen and nutrients. As a result, the body's ability to repair the delicate tissues in the retina and cornea slows down. Instead of resting and rejuvenating overnight, your eyes are actually becoming more damaged while you sleep. So what can you do to help your eyes recover while you rest? That's where a simple drink can make all the difference. And no, I'm not talking about expensive prescriptions, surgeries, or supplements. I'm talking about a natural remedy you can easily prepare at home, something that's been used for centuries, not just as a spice for cooking, but for healing. It's called turmeric milk. I recommend this as the first drink for my patients who often wake up with gritty burning or blurry eyes. Now, you may already be familiar with turmeric, but the key to its healing power lies in a compound called curcumin. Are you wondering what that means for your eyes? Curcumin is the anti-inflammatory powerhouse within turmeric, and it's not just for soothing muscles or joints. It works wonders inside your eyes, too. I know the term curcumin may sound a little complicated, but don't worry, there's nothing complex about it. Essentially, curcumin helps calm the inflammation in the tiny blood vessels within your eyes. When these vessels are inflamed, they struggle to deliver the oxygen and nutrients your eyes desperately need to repair themselves overnight. Think about it. While you sleep, your eyes should be in repair mode. But with the vessels constricted and inflamed, that repair process is hindered. Curcumin helps by keeping those blood vessels relaxed and open, allowing the vital moisture and antioxidants to reach your retina and support its overnight repair. Let me share a real-life success story. One of my patients, Jeanette, a 71-year-old woman, started drinking turmeric milk about an hour before bed. 3 weeks later, she came back and said, "Dr. Porter, I can't believe the difference. The blurriness is still there in the morning, but the burning, it's gone. It doesn't feel like I'm opening sandpaper anymore." Jeanette didn't need a new prescription, and she didn't have to spend money on expensive eye supplements. She just gave her eyes what they were missing the ability to repair without having to fight off inflammation first. Now I must tell you, it's not enough to just throw some turmeric into a cup of water and call it a night. To make this drink really effective, there's a specific way to prepare it. Have you ever wondered why turmeric alone doesn't seem to work as well as it should? It's because you need to combine it with a small amount of healthy fat to help the curcumin get absorbed into your bloodstream. And no, this drink doesn't taste like spicy soup, thankfully. It's actually mild, soothing, and very comforting, something I personally enjoy on cold evenings. Later in this video, I'll walk you through exactly how to prepare this golden drink step by step. But just know this, if you're struggling with dryness, dealing with early cataract symptoms, or experiencing sluggish vision in the morning, this warm golden drink could be the easiest, most effective first step toward giving your eyes the rest and recovery they need. The problem: visual strain. Let's dive into something many people overlook when they talk about eye health: visual strain. Have you ever felt like your eyes are just exhausted after a long day of reading, working on the computer, or even just staring at your phone? You try to relax, but no matter how hard you try, that tension never seems to go away. Sound familiar? It's more common than you might think, and it can become a serious issue, especially as we age. Now, most people think of chamomile tea as just something that helps them fall asleep. And yes, it does promote relaxation, there's no question about that. But did you know that chamomile offers far more than just a good night's sleep? It actually calms the overworked muscles and nerves behind your eyes, giving them the chance to recover overnight. Let me explain why this is so important. Behind each of your eyes are tiny, tireless muscles. Do you ever stop to think about them? Every time you read a book, scroll through your phone, watch TV, or focus on a task, these muscles are hard at work. Now think about how many hours you spend doing this each day. And if you're over 60, the recovery process for your muscles is naturally slower. By the time the day is over, those muscles are tight, strained, and fatigued. Much like any other muscle in your body, these tiny eye muscles need rest. The problem is, many people, particularly older adults, have trouble letting these muscles fully relax, especially when stress, poor sleep, and low magnesium levels keep their nervous system in constant alert mode even at night. So what happens then? The muscles never truly unwind. The tension in your eyes keeps building up, and you end up feeling that chronic strain long after you've stopped working. Can you relate? Does your vision feel off at the end of the day, or does it seem like your eyes are always struggling to focus? If so, this might be the reason. That's where a gentle, soothing drink like chamomile tea comes into play. Made from a small, daisy-like flower, chamomile is caffeine-free and contains a powerful compound known as apigenin. Have you heard of apigenin before? It's a type of flavonoid, but more importantly, it works as a natural relaxant for your nervous system. Apigenin binds to specific receptors in your brain that send a clear signal to your body. It's time to relax. You can let go now. But here's the best part. It doesn't force your body into an abrupt, deep sleep. It works gently, gradually, helping you transition from tension to ease. As your nervous system begins to settle, the muscles behind your eyes can finally unwind. These are the muscles that have been working tirelessly all day, but haven't had a chance to fully relax. When this happens, the real benefit starts to kick in. Less muscle tension means better moisture balance in your eyes. Your eyelids will close more completely, helping to lock in moisture. Your tears will be spread more evenly across your eyes and those tiny muscles won't be pulling at your optic nerve or retina. Have you ever experienced that pulling sensation around your eyes? That's often due to muscle tension affecting the sensitive areas behind your eyes. This might sound like a small, even subtle benefit, but in reality, it can make a huge difference. Over time, this gentle relaxation can help reduce chronic strain, relieve early signs of dry eye, and even improve your focus and comfort the next morning. Doesn't that sound like something worth trying? But that's not all. Chamomile also contains plant-based antioxidants that combat oxidative stress, the kind that builds up throughout the day from UV light pollution, and even the blue light emitted by your phone and computer screens. So while you're resting, this tea is quietly helping your body repair the damage that accumulated throughout the day. Do you ever wonder how much daily wear and tear your eyes actually endure from these environmental factors? Chamomile helps counteract that damage, giving your eyes a much-needed break from the stress of daily life. If you want to try chamomile tea for yourself, make sure to choose a pure additive-free version, no artificial sweeteners or preservatives. Steep it for at least 8 to 10 minutes so the apigenin has plenty of time to fully release. Drink it about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This gives your body time to respond and start the relaxation process before you even close your eyes. Now, I'll be honest with you, don't expect dramatic results after just one night. It's about consistency. But if you stick with it for a few days, you may begin to notice that your eyes feel more rested, less strained, and ready to take on the day with greater focus and comfort. How does that sound to you? It might just be the most relaxing, restorative habit you've added to your nighttime routine. The problem: poor circulation. Have you ever wondered why as we age, our vision starts to lose its sharpness? Or why your eyes don't seem to recover the way they used to? One of the most common yet overlooked reasons for this is poor circulation. Now you might be thinking, isn't circulation more about my heart? And yes, while circulation in the rest of your body is critical, your eyes depend on a very intricate network of tiny blood vessels to function properly. These vessels carry oxygen, nutrients, and antioxidants directly to your retina and the surrounding tissues. But as you cross that threshold into your 60s, something starts to change. Can you feel it? The blood vessels in your eyes begin to narrow, their walls start to stiffen, and this reduces the blood flow to the areas of your eyes that need it the most. Does it feel like your eyes aren't repairing themselves overnight as well as they used to? Let me ask you this. Have you noticed that your vision seems more sluggish in the morning? Maybe you're waking up with blurry or dry eyes, or perhaps the sharpness just isn't there like it once was. It might be more than just aging. It could be that your eyes are struggling because they aren't getting the circulation they need to support their natural repair processes. Now, this isn't something most people discuss openly, but the reality is, poor circulation is one of the most significant culprits in the decline of your vision as you age. But don't worry, there's a way to help. This is where saffron tea comes into play. Saffron is not just a spice you use for flavoring food. It's been used for centuries in traditional medicine, not only because of its beautiful color and taste, but also because of its profound impact on microcirculation. Did you know that modern research has now confirmed that saffron contains two key compounds, crocin and safranal, that directly support blood flow to the retina and improve the function of your photoreceptor cells, the very cells that help you see? Have you ever heard of crocin and safranal? They are the powerhouse compounds that make saffron stand out for eye health. These compounds are known to dilate blood vessels and reduce oxidative stress, which is one of the primary causes of age-related vision decline. Can you relate to that? Have you noticed that your eyes feel tired, dry, or strained, especially in the evening? In fact, one study published in Evidence-Based Complementary and Alternative Medicine showed that adults over the age of 60 who consumed small doses of saffron daily had measurable improvements in visual acuity after just 14 days. Imagine that. In just 2 weeks, you could start to see measurable improvements in your vision. Does that sound like something worth trying? Because that's exactly what crocin does. It helps open up those narrow, stiff blood vessels, letting more oxygen reach the retina, especially during the overnight repair process. It's as if you're giving your eyes the support they need while you sleep. Meanwhile, safranal steps in to protect the delicate structure of your photoreceptors, the cells that convert light into images. When you combine these two compounds, you create a natural support system for aging eyes. And this doesn't just help slow down decline, it helps restore function. Now I'll be clear here. Saffron is not something you simply swallow in chunks. This is a delicate, powerful spice that's best steeped into a tea. The flavor is soft floral and almost earthy, and you only need a small pinch. A little goes a long way. Let me tell you about Frank, one of my patients, a 72-year-old man who had been avoiding night driving for years. Have you ever found yourself in a similar situation, hesitating to drive at night because your vision just isn't as sharp as it used to be? Frank told me, "I feel like I'm guessing where the lines are." His vision had become blurry and uncertain, especially after sunset. After we added saffron tea to his evening routine, I saw him a few weeks later, and he simply said, "I'm not afraid to drive at night anymore." That might sound like a simple statement, but to someone in their 70s, regaining the ability to drive at night is not just a matter of convenience, it's about freedom. And you know what? That's exactly what good circulation does. It gives your eyes the oxygen and nutrients they need to restore themselves rather than decline while you sleep. Isn't that the goal we're all after, to help our eyes recover and rejuvenate rather than slowly lose their function as we age? If you decide to try saffron tea, I want you to remember this. More is not better. A few threads of saffron are all you need. Steep it in hot water for about 10 to 15 minutes, giving the active compounds time to fully release. Don't rush it. Drink it slowly, allowing your body to absorb it gradually. You see, your eyes don't need stimulation at night. They don't need anything that will cause them to work harder. What they need is support. What they need is flow. And saffron tea is one of the gentlest yet most powerful ways to help you provide exactly that. Does this sound like a simple, natural step you could take to give your eyes the support they need to restore their vitality? If you're ready, this might be just the thing that changes how your eyes feel when you wake up in the morning. The problem: nutrient deficiency and poor sleep. Let me ask you a question. Do you ever wake up feeling like your eyes haven't rested at all, despite a full night of sleep? Or perhaps when you wake up, they feel dry, irritated, and strained, no matter how many hours you spent lying down. This isn't just about age. It's often a result of two key factors: nutrient deficiency and poor sleep quality. And what many people don't realize is that these two things are intricately connected when it comes to the health of your eyes. When we talk about almond milk, many people simply think of it as a dairy substitute. But for aging eyes, this drink is much more than that. You see, almond milk contains 3 vital components that your eyes rely on, especially during their most critical time of repair: vitamin E, healthy fats, and tryptophan. Are you familiar with how each of these works together to support your eyes? Let's break it down. First, consider vitamin E. Have you noticed that as you get older, your eyes seem to deteriorate faster? The slow, inevitable decline in your vision is partly due to oxidative stress. This is like a gradual rusting process that affects your retina and lens. And what causes it? It's a combination of factors, including UV exposure, increased blood sugar, and of course the natural aging process. Vitamin E is a fat-soluble antioxidant, meaning it doesn't just circulate through your bloodstream. It actually integrates into the fatty layers of your eye tissues, helping to protect them from oxidative damage. Do you feel like your eyes are constantly under attack from environmental factors, or even from your own body's imbalances? If so, vitamin E can help shield your eyes, especially at night when they are working to repair and regenerate. Now let's talk about healthy fats. I know that term is often associated with foods we need to avoid, but the right fats are essential for your eyes. Almond milk is rich in monounsaturated fats, which are not only easy on your digestive system, but are crucial for nutrient absorption. Without enough fat, these vital nutrients might pass through your body without making a difference. Have you been wondering why your vitamins don't seem to be having the same effect on your eyes anymore? Healthy fats like those in almond milk can carry these nutrients directly into your eye tissues, where they can do their job of nourishing and protecting. Then there's tryptophan. I'm sure you've heard of it before. It's often mentioned as the reason we feel sleepy after a Thanksgiving dinner. But did you know that tryptophan does more than make you drowsy? It helps your body produce melatonin, the hormone that tells your brain it's time to rest. Melatonin does more than just help you sleep. It plays a crucial role in ocular health. Studies have shown that melatonin helps regulate the pressure inside the eye and may even help protect against retinal degeneration over time. So when you drink almond milk, you're not just promoting better sleep, you're creating the ideal chemical environment for your eyes to repair themselves while you rest. I remember a patient of mine, Marie, 69, who was struggling with both sleep and vision. She told me, "I'm tired of squinting and I haven't had a good night's sleep in months." Can you relate to this feeling? That constant eye strain and tiredness that makes everything a bit more difficult? We added this simple almond milk drink to her bedtime routine, just a small shift. 3 weeks later, she said, "I still wake up once or twice, but I fall back asleep much faster. And in the morning, my eyes aren't as dry or strained." It wasn't an instant fix, but it was a significant improvement. Now let's talk about the best way to prepare and enjoy this drink. It's not about gulping down a glass of almond milk right before bed. The key is in the timing and the quantity. Too much can upset your stomach or make you run to the bathroom in the middle of the night. This allows your body to absorb all the benefits without feeling weighed down. Drink it about 30 to 60 minutes before bed. This gives your body time to respond and start the relaxation process before you even close your eyes. And the quantity, keep it small, around 4 to 6 ounces. No sugar, no additives. Just the pure goodness of almond milk. In this way, it can gently support your overnight repair, providing your eyes with the vitamin E healthy fats and tryptophan they need to rejuvenate and thrive. A simple plan for your eyes. At this point, you've learned about 4 powerful drinks: turmeric milk chamomile tea, saffron tea, and almond milk, each with its own unique way of supporting your eyes while you sleep. But I know what you're probably wondering. How do you incorporate them into your daily routine? Let me guide you through a simple, realistic plan. Are you ready? First, no, you do not need to drink all 4 in one night. That's not how your body works, and it's definitely not how these natural supports will be effective. These drinks are not medications or supplements. They are gentle, natural supports that work best when used appropriately. So how do you decide which one to choose? If you wake up with burning, dry, or irritated eyes, that's often a sign of inflammation. Turmeric milk is ideal in this case. The curcumin in turmeric can help calm inflammation and support the repair of your retina. Add a dash of black pepper to enhance absorption and a bit of healthy fat like coconut oil to make it even more effective. If you're feeling visual tension or eye strain after long hours of screen time, or if you have trouble falling asleep due to mental stress, chamomile tea is your go-to. The apigenin in chamomile helps your nervous system release tension not just in your mind, but also in the muscles behind your eyes. For those of you experiencing night vision issues, blurriness, halos around lights, or hazy vision, saffron tea may be just what you need. Saffron improves blood flow to the retina, helping to deliver more oxygen and nutrients to your eyes while you sleep. Steep just a few threads in hot water for 10 to 15 minutes. This tea is potent, so don't overdo it. If you're not sleeping deeply, or if you wake up with foggy focus and tired eyes, a small cup of warm almond milk is perfect. It contains vitamin E, healthy fats, and tryptophan, which support melatonin production and help maintain moisture in your eyes overnight. Timing matters. It is crucial that you drink your chosen beverage about 60 to 90 minutes before bed, not right before you hit the pillow. This gives your body time to absorb the nutrients, settle your system, and help avoid those middle-of-the-night bathroom trips. Keep the temperature warm, but not scalding hot. This helps signal to your body that it's time to wind down, and the quantity keep it small, around 4 to 6 ounces. This is enough to be effective, but won't make you feel sluggish or disrupt your sleep. Remember, this isn't about perfection. It's about creating a ritual, a small moment at the end of your day where you give your body and eyes the support they need to repair and replenish while you rest. You don't need to follow a strict schedule or have everything perfect. Just pick one drink tonight. Prepare it slowly. Sip it with purpose and allow it to do its job as you rest. Wrapping up, I appreciate you taking the time to learn about these natural supports for your eyes. After 60, your eyes need more than just glasses or eye drops. They need protection, nourishment, and a chance to truly heal while you sleep. Whether it's a cup of turmeric milk, chamomile tea, saffron tea, or almond milk, each drink provides unique support to help your eyes recover during the night. This isn't about perfection. It's about giving your eyes the help they need when they're off the clock, allowing them to recover while you rest so you can wake up with clearer vision and less strain. If you found this video helpful, please like it and share it with a friend or loved one dealing with dry eyes or blurry vision. And leave a comment below. Let me know which drink has worked best for you. I read every comment and I'm here to help.